Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me while I review some more reserve list cards. And please like and subscribe, it really does help grow the channel. Let's get to it. So, the first card is Icatane Skirmisher. Icatian Skirmisher? Fallen Empires. So, it is three colorless, one white, 1/1 soldier. It has bands, first strike. All creatures that band with Skirmisher to attack gain first strike until end of turn. Okay. Ah, man, that is such a complicated. I mean, at least it feels like a complicated mechanic for this time period. So, first strike banding. Any creature with banding and up to one without can attack in a band. Bands are blocked as a group. If any creature with banding you control are blocking or being blocked by a creature, you divide that creature's combat damage, not its controller, among any of the creatures it's being blocked by or is blocking. When Skirmisher attacks, all creatures banded with it gain first strike until end of turn. Oh boy, the combat maths for this is just a mess. I understand that everything gets first strike when banded to this. That's actually not too bad, actually. But the thing is, it's 4 mana for a 1/1 with first strike. I just don't think it's a good card. It's 15 cents on TCG. It's just too complicated. It's moving up because of manipulation, but that's about it. Like, it just feels like a massive pain. Moving on. Infernal Denizen. 7 colorless, 1 black. Whoa, 5/7. Summon Infernal Denizen. I guess this is meant to be one of the first demons. So I'm going to move straight to the card. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice 2 swarms. If you can't, tap Infernal Denizen, and an opponent gains control of a creature you control of his or her choice as long as Infernal Denizen remains on the battlefield. Tap, gain control of target creature as long as Infernal Denizen remains on the battlefield. The art is really creepy. That is really, really creepy. I can understand why some parents might have had some issues with the art back in the day. 34 cents on TCG. It's moving a bit because of everything else. It's a weird card. It's a weird card. It swamps sacrificing 2 swamps so that you can gain control of target creature is probably not that bad in a Gitrog deck or something like that. But for 8 mana for a 5/7, it just feels too expensive, and it's not powerful enough to really put up with that kind of mana. I would probably say pass, but if you guys can figure out a good way to use it, you can untap and untap it. You can keep that going, but the problem is it's still going to ask you to sacrifice 2 swamps every turn, and that really adds up fast unless you have a way to bring them back. So I say pass. It might be good in very very specific decks like Gitrog Monster and other land-focused decks, but that's about all I can think about. Next, oh, sorry. Yep. Ivory Gargoyle. Alliance. It is 4 colorless, 1 white. Summon Gargoyle. Gargoyle. Flying. If Ivory Gargoyle is put into the graveyard from play, put it into the play under its owner's control at the end of turn and skip your next draw phase. It's a 5 mana 2/2 with flying that skips your next draw phase. The problem is it can be kind of abused by the opponent to just make sure that you skip your draw phase. And sometimes your draw phase can allow you to draw more than one card, so that's actually pretty painful for just a 2/2 flying. And it has. Pay 5 mana, remove Ivory Gargoyle from the game. So if you get really annoyed with this, you can pay 10 mana altogether to remove this from the game because it's stopping you from drawing cards on your draw step because someone just keeps targeting it each turn. Oh boy. Yeah, it sounds like you're giving your opponents a bit too much control. 29 cents on TCG, moving up as everything, but I just don't feel like it's a good card. Moving on. Jungle Patrol, 3 colorless, 1 green, summon soldier. It's a 3/2 for 4 mana. Yeah. Pay 1 colorless, 1 green, tap, put a wood token into play. Treat this token as a 0/1 green creature that counts as a wall. Sacrifice a wood token, add 1 red to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. Wait, isn't this good? It can very slowly make you tokens. I don't know why a wood token would all of a sudden be. Oh, yeah, okay. You can make it into a wall. Okay. So, yeah, you can very slowly make wood tokens that are actual creatures in play. That's the weird part. Yeah, that's a weird part. And you can sacrifice a wood token to add red to your mana pool. This feels like a good card, which could probably explain its move in the last couple of days. It's 75 cents on TCG, but it has moved up pretty fast in the last couple of days by the market. So I feel like this is a good card. I feel like this is a good card. You guys can let me know. This one gets the word interesting from me. Next, Katabatic Winds. Maybe that has more meaning than it sounds. 2 colorless, 1 green. Enchantment. Phasing. Creatures with flying cannot attack, block, or use any abilities that include tap in the activation cost. Phasing. This phases in or out before you untap during each of your untap steps. While it's phased out, it's treated as though it doesn't exist. So it skips. So the first turn it's phased in, the next turn it's phased out, the next turn after that it phases in, and I'm guessing it just rotates through that. For 3 mana, to stop flying creatures from being able to attack, block, or use abilities in green is actually really powerful. It's one of the biggest weaknesses for green. So unless this card works differently to what I'm seeing, I actually don't think this is too bad. It's very unique as well. Let me know if the phasing is actually how I think it works, because it just says phase in or out before you untap during each of your untap steps. Yeah. Anyways, let me know if that's the meaning, guys, and I'll continue on. Keeper of Tresor Horn. 5 colorless, 1 black. Summon Keeper. Moving. It's a 6/6. That's not too bad. Whenever Keeper of Tresor attacks or isn't blocked, it assigns no combat damage this turn, and defending player loses 2 life. So it's a 6 mana 6/6 that's meant to destroy creatures. If it doesn't destroy creatures, it actually doesn't do as much damage as its big body allows. It doesn't have any evasion, doesn't have any ways to avoid creatures. So, in my mind, this is not a good card. It's 6 mana for 6/6. That's the problem. Like, if it was something a bit cheaper and it said deals 2 damage when it does gets through to attack the player, then that's probably okay. But 6 mana for a 6/6 that doesn't really do anything good is not really worth it. 34 cents on TCG, moving up to $1 on the marketplace, but the average is still not moving too much. Moving on. Doran Knight, Ice Age, 2 white. Oh boy. Summon Knight. Cool. Banding. Pay 1 colorless, 1 white. It gains +1/+0 until end of turn. Pay 2 white. It gets +0/+2 until end of turn. Not really a good card. The banding is always going to be too complicated, really, to put into use. I understand that you can just get used to it, but it isn't being used anymore for a reason. Also, it costs a lot to do anything really with it, and it's just a 1/1 otherwise. So I think it's a bad card. It's not really. I spoke too soon. It is moving, but I just don't think it's a good card. You guys can let me know if that's not right. Next one. Kajildoran. Oh, I'm pretty sure I said that's the exact same name, but I'm pretty sure I said it both wrong. And different both times. Phalanx. Phalanx? Yeah, I'm really bad at these names, just in case you guys haven't realized. 5 colorless, 1 white. Human, summon soldier. Banding, first strike, it's a 2/5. 6 mana for a 2/5 with first strike, terrible. It's got banding, that actually doesn't give it any bonus points on my side. 28 cents on TCG, it's moving up, but I just don't think it's that good. Art, Art looks, oh, is that the guy that gives you a lot of tokens and stuff for the lands you control? I don't know. But the art looks okay, it just doesn't really do much for me. Next one. Oh boy, this guy's head's on fire. Caucus. 3 colorless, 2 red, summon Jin, trample. During your upkeep, if you do not control at least 1 keeper of the Caucus, Caucus deals 3 damage to you and attacks this turn if able. It's a 3/5 for 5 mana with trample. And pay 1 red, +1/+0 until end of turn. So I guess I haven't really gotten the Keeper of the Caucus yet to figure out if this is a good combination. But since you only get 1 of each card in Commander, it's going to be really awkward when you can't put this to use. and he's just going to smack you in the face with 3 and try to do more than 3 damage to someone else. I think it's hard to tell without the Keeper of the Caucus. I just don't think it's a good card. There's better rates for a 5 mana anyways nowadays, so you're going to have trouble putting it in a command deck. And Djinns aren't exactly something that's very popular right now. So, last one. Land Cap, Ice Age. It used to spike up a while back and the market caught up, but now it's moving up again. It is a land. Land Cap doesn't untap during your untap step if it has a depletion counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a depletion counter from Land Cap. Tap, add white or blue, put a depletion counter on Land Cap. Okay, so it's every second turn you get a dual land. That's pretty painful. That is really painful. I don't think it's a good card. Unless you have a way to untap this on demand, it's a very painful card to use for land. But you guys can let me know for that one. And once again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys another time.